Tourism has grown rapidly in the Masai Mara, especially over the past few decades. With its reputation as one of the best wildlife destinations on Earth, the reserve attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors every year, particularly during the Great Wildebeest Migration. And as this demand rises, so does the pressure to build more camps, lodges, and roads to accommodate the guests. One of the biggest concerns is environmental degradation. Many camps and lodges, especially those poorly planned or unauthorized, strain the ecosystem. Waste management is a persistent issue, with some facilities releasing untreated wastewater into rivers or dumping garbage near communities and wildlife corridors. This pollution not only disrupts the delicate balance of nature, but also puts animal and human health at risk. Then there's the impact on wildlife itself. During the peak season, some parts of the reserve become so crowded that they resemble theme parks more than wilderness areas. Safari vehicles compete for the best view, forming noisy, disruptive clusters around wild animals. This level of intrusion can stress animals, alter their natural behavior, and even push them away from their usual habitats. It's not uncommon to see animals harassed or surrounded by tour vans, especially when guides feel pressure to deliver thrilling encounters for guests. The irony is that the desire to witness authentic wildlife behavior sometimes ends up disturbing it. And what about the Maasai people, the traditional custodians of this land? Tourism has brought them new sources of income, employment, and visibility. Many work as guides, camp staff, or in cultural performances that give visitors a glimpse into their heritage. But this relationship is not always balanced. In some cases, profits from tourism are unevenly distributed, with international companies taking a large share while local communities remain marginalized. Land disputes have also increased, as land that was once communal is now leased or sold to private developers for commercial tourism ventures. Some Maasai families have lost access to grazing areas for their livestock that they depended on for generations. Cultural commodification is another major issue. While cultural visits and dances might appear respectful and celebratory, they can sometimes feel staged or exploitative. When traditions are reduced to scheduled performances for tourists, they distort the meaning and purpose behind them. Over time, this weakened the cultural fabric that has held communities together for centuries. Moreover, the carbon footprint of international travel to the Masai Mara is considerable. Flights, transfers, and the energy demands of luxury lodges contribute to global emissions, an ironic twist considering that climate change is a growing threat to the wildlife and ecosystems tourists come to enjoy. Droughts are more frequent. Water sources are drying up, and as seasons shift, so do migration patterns, challenging conservation efforts and wildlife survival. None of this is to say tourism should stop. On the contrary, when done responsibly, tourism can be a powerful tool for conservation and community development. It can fund anti-poaching patrols, support schools and clinics, and give people a reason to protect wildlife. But it must be handled with care. That means thoughtful planning, fair distribution of profits, strict environmental regulations, and giving local communities a stronger voice in decision-making.